Wassail, Aquarius. So, what's going on? Lots. It's been a busy January. Not been able to pull through all the kind of snow globe storm of information, uploads, downloads, energies coming in, but I can't sift through and find the true messages. Even today when I started, I knew that I was supposed to be doing something on changes of destiny, and when it began, it morphed into something else. I didn't know if that was going to be one reading going through all the signs, and I began it. I knew I had to start in Aries, not because that was my intention, because it's the first sign, but because one of the big important aspects on the 29th of January is that Chiron, who's at 9 degrees of Aries, will actually reach 9 degrees and 9 minutes, which is the exact same spot of Alchemy, which is the tip of the wing of Pegasus. So I began the reading with a general, and then went into Aries, and it just stayed on Aries. So I'm doing them all separately. And when I went to do the second one, thinking I was going to do Taurus, I was told I had to go backwards through the signs so that we would get to Pisces first, but also because we need to be aware that Chiron is moving into this energy of the wings of Pegasus, and that's this frequency of going back to finally heal primal wounds. This is Chiron the healer, not Chiron the wounded healer. So it's a really beautiful energy, and I don't know what's coming for any of them. And I'm just going with the flow that comes through. So, as I said, there are lots of energies, lots of different frequencies. I'm going to begin by telling you what's in the house of Aquarius. So obviously right now you have the sun at 9 degrees. 9 degrees again. 9 degrees on the 29th. Oh no. Wait there, people. I feel like this is your first reading. Oh, really interesting. I have to be careful how I sit down on this hammock, or you miss. So look, we're being given, just so that you can see, the cards at blue are the moon. I'm going to come to them in a minute. I'm just going to show you them. And then the moon, the Mona Hieroglyphicus, that's interesting. I think that came out in Aries. It's about secrets, things coming through the veil, wisdom you don't know. You've then got Aqua Vita, Aqua Regia. These are energies of transformation, quintessence, dissolving noble metals, arsenic, a transformation. And then this, it's like triple goddess energy in many ways. Venus turns stationary direct that day. Interesting. So let's go back to what you've got. I could have watched that wind. You are an air sign. So Aquarius, you've got the sun, as I said, at 9 degrees. So you've got this Chiron Algenib 999 frequency. And you've got those three energies of Venus, three symbols of Venus. You've also got 3 planets and asteroids in your house. So you've also got Saturn. Saturn's a really important planet. Saturn's at 15 degrees, and at 15 degrees there's also Alner, which is a fixed star. So we might look into what that means. But you've also got Chariklo, and she's at 4 degrees, and she's in front of Algedi, and that's love affairs. And Algeny is walking, it's the bright one. Interesting. There's a very bright frequency. It's almost like the readings going backwards are taking us through steps, and each next reading picks up on an energy of something that was there before. What was that enormous thing that just flew behind? That was quite big. It looks like it may have been a cadaver bird. It's coming for us. So I feel that this is a general energy of 3778, of the moon having secret wisdom to reveal to you. I'm being told for you, because we've got these alchemy energies, I'm being given the phrase science as magic, which is on the card, but it's the one that's being resonated, it's the one that's shining out the most. Science as magic. There's a missing step. That's what's coming through. So we've got 71, 73 and 74. We're missing a step, and that step, it's not card 72, it's something unique to you, Aquarius. So we've got just the transformation, but again, I'm going to read these backwards. So Aqua Regia is to dissolve noble metals. It's rule breaking. Oh, you've got to break your own rules. You're not going to like that. You've got to break those things that you hold dear. That's your medicine. Dragon's blood. The discovery of truth, your truth. But it's not your current truth, because that's old. And you're looking for your aqua vita. You're looking for your quintessence. Your quintessence through your wound of Chiron has led you down the wrong paths. This is a card of it's ethanol. It's an alcohol, and it's liquid courage. It's like your fixed energy gives you the courage to stand false, not true, but to stand false. But it's your courage enough, it's your rigidity that gives you that pathway which leads you down the spiritual cul-de-sac, and you're about to turn around. That moon energy turning you around. Your dragon's blood is going to be, what's the word I want to say, is going to surge, is going to change direction itself. It's almost like this is bringing a frequency of DNA switch, like your blood will flow differently. And then you have arsenic. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's the king of poisons, but it's a swan transformation. It's health. So what am I getting? Medicinal microdoses. Medicinal microdoses. I want to say that there's something in Aquavita that's talking about you might drink too much, and you need to work on that. It might not be that. It might be something else that you know, like people that say, I get a headache every day, so by midday I take an aspirin or a paracetamol, whatever it is. There's something you need to reduce the addictions. You need to work on. And I don't think it just means king of poisons as in substance abuse. I think it also means spiritual abuse. You need to microdose on your spiritual beliefs. You need to reduce them all down so that you can see their truths. It's like they're showing me this is a shadow, and that's an absolute. So you need to bring those shadows of your spirituality into absolution, and that's your healing that's coming. So we're going to ask, because we started all the other ones, two of them. We go with this deck. We're going to ask what is Chiron speaking to us about, and what is Alchemy, Pegasus, speaking to us about. It's just talking to you so much. This is shedding the divine detours, the spiritual cul-de-sacs. You've led yourself down the wrong paths, Aquarius. So, can we please have a message from Chiron for Aquarius? A message for Chiron from Aquarius. A message from Chiron for Aquarius. Alright. It's upper world. It's your wings. You're getting your wings. The upper world, that as in the music of the spheres, is tuning into you. It's tuning in like it wants to call you back from where you got stuck. That's the healing. You've been down so many spiritual cul-de-sacs. You've been down so many wrong paths. But this is that energy of the Monas Hieroglyphica. The veil being lifted. You can see the veil hanging on the bottom of the moon. It's almost slipped. The veil needs to finish slipping. There's something about at the heart of the matter is that you would never look. You can't know that you're on your true pathway if you have no map. So every time you've gone down these wrong pathways, you've reached spiritual cul-de-sac points and you've knocked on the door and there's no answer. They've been to help you map your journey forwards. And now that map will be revealed to you. So let's go with the Alchemy of Astrology. Thank you to everyone who sent some money for Debbie Angel, who's doing all the drawings for this lovely set. If you can afford to send some money to Debbie, then you just send it to me, PayPal me at Rustling Around, and just write on it for Debbie, D-E-B-I, and then I will send that money on to her. I haven't forgotten that we've got the three goddesses, but their frequency's coming. Because on this day, the 29th, is when Venus turns direct. And it is about sensual love, but we've not got that message yet. But it's there, it's in the background of things. As I said, it was sort of triple goddess energy. So, Chiron getting his wings from Pegasus. Chiron and Pegasus, please. Chiron and Pegasus, please. Chiron and Pegasus, please. We have one, Salt, materializing. Just need to put that back over there. I'm worried that the cards are going to blow away. It's powerful alchemy. We've got Mary the Jewess here. This is true alchemy. Your healing is like the cosmic womb magic. You're materializing. You're conquering you. Conquering you. There's something about salt, the ocean, the cosmic lagoon, pulling something new from the cosmic ocean. this hidden secret. It's got something to do with, I want to say, 3 hearts, and I don't often talk about the third heart. It's when the 2 hearts can join and they make a third heart, and it's a different frequency. It's a kind of, that's not quite aquamarine, but it is that energy of aquamarine, which is the paradise ray. And the paradise ray is that which the Empress used to create all life, the creatrix of life in the cosmos. It's like you're being connected to that energy. This card won't stop coming out. It's been in every reading so far. Solar eclipse, 30th of April, new moon in Taurus. This energy that we're moving, this is set up frequency for what's coming. Also, the nodes are in. So all of us, our destiny lies within Taurus. But there's something, you've got sensual now, you've got sensual nights, you're seeking comforts. You're almost singing your new world into being. I mean, I would expect to see Kawar turn up. Kawar's at 6 degrees of Capricorn at the moment. Am I getting some kind of hint on that I've missed? Maybe it's this, because that's a 6. What are they? Venus is a 6. Oh, Sappho's 33. It's 3 6s, 666 frequency. Breaking through a barrier. It's almost breaking down the walls. There are no more spiritual cul-de-sacs for you. You will walk a true path. You will sing a new songline. You will follow a new pathway. That's what I'm getting, Aquarius. It's beautiful. Do you want to add something to that about singing? This is what the wordsmith, sensual wordsmithery. Oh, I mean, seriously, Eros. It's healing sexual wounds. That's what's happening here. You're healing sexual wounds. I feel like your spiritual cul-de-sacs are love cul-de-sacs as well. And it's not the love of spirit. It's being led somehow down some kind of pathway with another and finding a door slammed in your face over and over again. Not saying you've been in loads of relationships, but I just, you know. And the moon, the third eye. We've got the moon twice now. This is a deep moon connection. If you've got moon in Aquarius, it's really going to be very strong. This is the veil. These are the shadows we keep. You got to let those shadows go. There's the energy of copper and silver. You might want to try and get some copper and silver. It feels like now is a time to self-reflect on all of those times the door of love has been slammed in your face, Aquarius. And you may, look, I've done this myself. We all look at when relationships go wrong, and we all think about how it was the other person, and it was often us. With them, we were co-conspirators in the destruction of something we thought was greater than it was. Look, flowers don't bloom for hours and days and years. They have a set time value, and the petals fall from them. And you need to sort of understand that love isn't the blossoms on the tree. Love should be the tree itself, so that it can endlessly bloom. So we need to let go of those shadows. We need to self-reflect. It's about the hidden aspect of the soul that you keep hidden from yourself. You're pulling your own veil off. That seems to be what's coming through here. Can we have one more card? It's magnet. It's sexual playfulness. It's this card of the kink. So what was once hurting that needs to be removed becomes a wonderful new sensual direction. I feel you need to acknowledge the truth of a need for sexual pleasures. Now, that doesn't have to be, you know, strange kinks. It's about a sort of, it's about a poetic eroticism. It's about something that I have no name for. I often call it a kind of tantric love, but it isn't tantric love. That was just a word I was using for a long time to kind of help us to understand it. This is very silvery, dreamy, sensual love, sensual eroticism, love letters. It's about being romanced. It's about being energetically enhanced, energetically it is energy. This is what I need to explain. It is energy. It's like looking deeply into somebody's eyes and seeing the soul inside their eyes and using a deep connection to the eyes to understand that it's your soul reaching another, whether that just be through the energy of looking, whether it be through the energy of touch, whether it be through the energy of words, but sensual love reaches deep into the soul. That's what that is. So, what else have they got for you? I feel like I want to put these cards back, because that's what I've done the other times. I've put cards back. Let's do that, because you got a lot of cards out now. So let's do that first, and then we're going to go on and ask what else is going on. There's a lot of love coming about at the moment. And I want to say that most people would be like, bring on the love. I do get that sense with a lot of you that you don't want that, because you've never, it's been a door in the face before. So you're kind of switching yourself off to possibilities. Don't switch yourself off to the possibilities. Open yourself at anything. Don't create any boundaries as a reason for why you can't experience the beauty of sensual eroticism. Misses. So let's pop all those back. And let's go into the Lenormand deck. I need a sip of water. Oh, I'm going in that one. It's weird. These are flashing at me. Luck, love. They came out in Aries, but they're in two different places in the deck then. This one turned over and was sticking out. And that one literally just somehow flashed and was on the top. There's love luck. coming together. It's house 12. There's an energy again of the Sagittarius moon. The moon is in Sagittarius on the 29th. Oh, and it's in front of an energy which is a sting in the tail of Scorpio. So, Aquarius. What messages for Aquarius with their healing? This hasn't fallen out either, but it's Taurian energy. It's union. It's the energy of marriage and love. And they always say if it comes close to the heart, expect romance. Well, it did. I'm not taking it, it didn't fall out. These are like being shown, this is what it is. I get it now. This is what's coming, Aquarius. These energies are available, but you have to engage in them. You have to bring them in, call them in. They're not just going to come, but it's more that they're knocking at your door and you're not answering the door. Why are you not answering the door? Because your wounds of Chiron are about wounds to the heart, wounds in relationships, and you don't feel deserving of answering the door. Oh, you've got the key to the door. Let sleeping dragons lie. I know it's dogs. But you had that energy of dragon blood, didn't you? Coursing through you. Can't remember. So there's two other cards. Oh, look. The energy, new energy. New partnership energy. This is like the reading that came for Aries. There's news, love news. That's the key to your door. Okay. And look, sexy luminous warrior on the bottom of the deck. So, what would you like to give further to this message? This news of love. This news of love. I don't know what that is, but it was just as soon as I said it, it flew. Aquarius, it's your medicine. The medicine is love. The healing, you're coming out of your wounds of Chiron, is to accept love. I feel like that was someone else's message. Maybe it's a message that is very collective and it's turning up again and again. Open the door to love. Retrieve your soul. There's not much else I can add to that. We'll go to a different deck. Let's go to the Thoth. The medicine wheel. Open the door to love. It is your medicine, Aquarius. But you know, the earlier message was you've got to change things about yourself. You've got to change the boundaries that you have on this frequency. So, what would you like to say to Aquarius? What would you like to say to Aquarius about these new standing in Chiron the healed? Chiron the healed. Chiron the healed, it's a soulmate. This is that mirror soul frequency you've been waiting for. Well, we've all been waiting for it. It's beautiful. You see, that's interesting. I'm being shown the energy of the sun in Scorpio. That burn in the Scorpio's tail that just is not coming. That's the old you. There's a hummingbird flying into your heart. Unlock your heart. Unlock the door to your heart. So, alright, there's a soulmate coming in. How do we know? I can hear the hummingbird now. How do we know? How do we know? Oh, it's got a bit complicated there. There's some hidden ones. So how do we know? First up, we have Sun in Aries. How do we know? It's this energy, it's coming. Listen, April's going to be the most beautiful time of year everywhere. It's bringing wonderful energies to everyone, seemingly. Change. This Two of Pentacles is coming across as being bound to another. Already being woven once before to another. A vision, a dream. I don't want to go into dreams because I'm going to do that with Reem. But that's an energy that's coming. And then we have the Princess of Swords and the Prince of Discs. There's something about fighting your old gloom and making room for the new, I want to say, allowances. The new acceptances, the new challenges. So, there are lots of things in my life that I have kind of principles about. And I feel at the moment that I'm being asked to challenge my principles. So, I'm not particularly keen on the idea of having any sort of surgery. And yet, in order to get my teeth fixed, I'm going to have to go and have some kind of mouth surgery. And I'm just going to have to accept that. So that's about me being my own moon in Aries, Aquarius, and just accepting that you have to make changes to things. And then you've got the Prince of Discs, which is talking about there's no rush. This is a period now where you can just work on your boundaries, your principles that need to be transformed. So what are the cards that we've got stuck in the deck? Lovely. So very much this is a card of stillness. There's movement, but it's very slow, and it comes with the Chariot, which is movement, but this Chariot has stone statues pulling it. This is about retuning your soul, changing things about you in this period as we head through Jupiter in Pisces. It's there until the 10th, 11th of May. And then you have 7. I've got to put those cards under there. They're going to blow everywhere again. There's a wind of change coming around you. This is about reforming you. It's very Mars energy, this 7 of Wands. It's Mars. It's Mars in Leo. And Mars is currently in Capricorn. And it's at 3 degrees, I think. You've got a lot of energies of 3s, this triple goddess frequency, it's the energy of moving on to a different version of you. So it's like, whatever stage you're at in life, whether it be, child, mother, crone, or child, father, old git. Whatever the frequency is, you're being given a chance to turn around the stage you're in to reveal a different you, a really transformative energy, a retuned energy that brings you into some kind of new you. There's that hummingbird again. It's definitely a change of character, freeing yourself from restrictions, things that you love about yourself that could still do with an upgrade. And then 2 of Cups, love. love is coming towards you. And this is Venus in Cancer. And there's nothing in Cancer at the moment. And I'm getting this notion with this card of there being nothing in your love currently. The soul, Cancer is very much this energy for me, the sacral retuning. It's like, again, unlock the door to your soul so that you can sweep up, clean up, spring clean. It's the time of spring cleaning. Now that the sun's in Aquarius, we're into that energy of moving towards the new astrological year. So let's just get a little bit more on this. That bird sounds like it's calling for a kiss. So, what do you want to say? What do you want to say to Aquarius? You see, now that's interesting. All the other signs, it's been relevant to them the 30th of April, being the solar eclipse. Yours is extending to the 16th of May. It's the lunar eclipse. It's an esoteric shadow gift, which means if you transform, if you do your shadow work, if you go with these new emotional opportunities that the universe is promising you, you will grow, but you will also be given a kind of an emotional gift. It feels like a shadow gift because you've got to work on the shadows and you mold your shadows into the key that unlocks the heart, the door to your heart. And you've got physical truths. I'm reading it because this is about the energy of Earth, and it's Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. And I'm feeling it has to be Taurus. I was just trying to connect with what it was that comes in. So your physical truths, that energy, I want to say that energy of being kissed, comes somehow in May. Because a lunar eclipse is the Earth, the shadow of the moon passing across the Earth. And that's coming on the 16th. And it's in Scorpio. It's a south node. It's where you've been, where you've come from. Where you've come from was all those spiritual cul-de-sacs of the door being slammed in your face. And now, on that day, you get to open the door and let the light back in. That's really gorgeous. So, I feel like we just want to end with something else. I'm just going to chuck a couple of runes on. Oh, I'm going to put the cover back over, or we'll have billowing cards. So, what would you like to end by telling Aquarius? What would you like to end by telling Aquarius? It's beautiful, but I didn't need to really ask because it's just told us what we've just said. But sometimes confirmations are so beautiful. Your shadows, that esoteric shadow gift of reviewing all your relationships and seeing the truth behind our co-conspiratorial destruction of them, brings you the gift of love. It marks the destiny point at which the union, Gifu, comes to you. There now. Aquarius, don't know where all these love readings are coming from, but they're certainly out there, and they're part of a frequency that's coming in when Venus changes direction and moves forwards again. You know, on the 29th, Mercury's having a little word with Pluto, and Venus will be coming back by Pluto, and she always loved Pluto. It almost feels like the energy. I'm not saying you need to go to an ex and say, you know, we were both rubbish. It's about, she's giving you that representation of acknowledging something that was a moment in time to teach her the frequency to move on, or to teach Pluto to move on as well. But the idea of moving forwards towards something new, a renewed energy of trusting love, rather than, I want to say, raging at love, throwing yourself at love, staying with love that's not good for you. It's about retrieving your soul. And that is the medicine. That is your Chiron wound healed. Being open to a true love, a new love, a sustainable love, a blossoming love. All of those energies that have come through in this reading, that's what's coming to you. So, wonderful, wonderful Aquarius. So, have a lovely time, and I'll see you soon. Wassail.